Alright, gonna do a 206 Godfall Quarry on Sylvie. So the first thing I have learned, at least in these levels, I don't know if it'll change, is always put the blue butterfly on the tank. That seems to be easily the right choice. Already taken a ton of damage, so just gonna pop my life pedal, get some heals going out, and just make sure that we sustain a little bit. I haven't really found too many issues yet. I imagine that'll change if I ever get to do the capstone. I've done the capstone on a tank, but I haven't done it on a healer yet, so I don't know if that's going to be any different. For DPS, I make sure to spam quickly Vine on cooldown and then Metal Bolt whenever I can for mana. That usually seems to do pretty well. And then when I have a good amount of boom shrooms, as I think uh, Jack calls them, I'll spam those too because they can do some damage. If you do too many and once you're like really early in the pool, you just want to make sure that you have your hidden trail to drop aggro before it gets too crazy. Otherwise, you will pull aggro. I have 100% pulled aggro on Sylvie before. One good thing about Iron Bark, or Iron Leaf Ward, same thing, is it's such a low cooldown. Sylvie even says Iron Bark when you cast it, so I call it Iron Bark. Look right here, a lot of people taking damage, but not too crazy. Throw my boom shrooms in there to get them down a little bit, but yeah, like just let your hots go. I think a lot of people have struggled with Sylvie early on because it's a bit of an adjustment because you don't really have a super big heal to like sustain, so you have to rely on your hots. The cooldowns too, Life Petal and Heart Bloom are extremely strong for that. It's like here, just give the tank. The tank has the hot from Flutterfly, Restore Life, and then the heal. I'm definitely messing a few things, so I'm trying to do my best to talk. I've done attempted to do a few commentaries before. That was a nice heal by the monk. I actually find the monk extremely fun. The like just the rotation, the combos. Once you get it, like at first it's a lot like a little bit almost overwhelming, but not really. And but once you get the combos down, it's a ton of fun. I am also trying out Sylvie as well. Trying to see how far I can get with Sylvie. I have a couple. I have a friend or two that play. I'm trying to get uh, two more people that'll play a decent amount of time into it, so that way I can play it a decent amount of time and hopefully get up into a depth and higher. I have a depth on my tank. It's not too terribly bad. Um, go ahead and pop that real quick. So that was Safe Haven. It just increases healing received, so it's not crazy strong, but it's still extremely helpful at times. Oh, you know what? I need to change my hotkey. For some reason, the middle mouse button is broke on the a dispel, but it works perfectly fine if you're a DPS with the inner of our tank. I don't actually know why. Alright, I'm gonna assume the tank is gonna be okay for this and get some mana back. Alright, so here, oh, we're gonna go. Oh, this is gonna be a big pull if he does the golem. Okay, good. If he did the golem, I would have been a little bit worried. He does keep it. He does have the range. I'm gonna go ahead and pop both my cooldowns and I start. Yeah, I knew I would get feared, so I tossed a heal on the tank just to make sure everything's good. Looks like we should be okay though. Usually when there's not as much healing, I just focus on getting mana back. Because you want to be going as fast as you can. Hopefully someone can interrupt those spheres. Usually makes a lot of these a little bit easier. Make sure I don't get feared. Yeah, I'm just gonna put my little heal on both of them. Let them go. Almost done. I think they can just pull that guy. Yeah, perfect. That's how I do this pull on my tank too. Starting out with a cooldown early. I kind of saved up my boom shrooms for that. I'm gonna pop the cooldown, spell the tank. I'll leave that going for now. Pop the cooldown early. So now I've got my little heal going, but I've also got Heart Bloom going, which means that I should have plenty of healing to sustain through these shatters. If the stacks got too high, which they won't because we're doing plenty of DPS, that might be a struggle. But I almost don't dispel these because your hots do more. And they do like here, I save so much mana. I regain so much mana there. It's been really good, and so that really helps out for this and whatnot. So I will get this. Now, this pool is usually not too bad, yeah, especially if we take these out. Like interrupting those like that, it stuns it. Just makes it so much easier. So here we'll get the two. No, got knocked back, which is good. So overall for Sylvie, healing's not too bad. I'm trying to get more helpful in some of these, but I spend so much time trying to do the healing and whatnot as you're going through. I tend to not always give the best advice here, but basically overall for Sylvie, when you're starting out, Restore Life is incredibly important. The Protocol Heal, you can use it from time to time. I would say it starts out so like when I first started playing it, I was trying to use the Protocol Heal more than I needed to, and that was making me really think that this healer was not good. Once you get your first talent and you start mixing in your cooldowns, which is Life Petal, Heart Bloom, and then if you need the burst healing to restore life, it feels so much better, especially after you get the first talents, which I'll show in just a second. Right when we end, I'll show the talents. This boss, I would not call hard. Um, Basically, you want to stand in yellow and get out of purple, and then if you get the debuff, just dispel it out of the group because it does a proximity damage as far as I know. So here, just one heal on each. Purple, fade to purple. You will regen a ton of mana because you get a ton of time on the boss. So I let everyone do their ultimates. I am going to do mine after the next purple phase. I don't know if it's got a name, actually. But I'm going to get this. Okay, I'm not even really having to. I'll use a cooldown here just to show it, like how strong it is. So there's the debuff. So this person should be moving out. They're not going to, so I'm going to dispel them. And then I'm just going to prep everyone for this. Pop my cooldown. Make sure that person's topped off. When that explodes, it does proximity damage. But we had plenty of it. So I'm going to go here, pop the ult, and now we're extremely fine. Go ahead and throw down that. Yeah, and like I'm not even really doing too much. Stuff my cooldowns. And we are rocking. I like to use the boom shrooms when you're moving if possible. Like your number two and your shrooms definitely get a lot of damage, and they're helpful when you're on the move. So here I want to try to take a little bit of damage, so I'm going to pop this. If we stand in it, that damage is really negligible. Okay, I wouldn't even stress about it. Now here, like I've got this, so I'm going to run way out here, and then drop it out here. And honestly, that may not even pop before this thing dies. But yeah, that's basically it. Contender 6, 2 minutes left, really good group. And I got a relic. Go ahead and drop a GG. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Considering subscribing, I'm going to try to do a decent amount of videos with this. Thank you so much, and have a good day.